fluent in English, together with a deep network of connections to the diaspora, we are well positioned to seize these opportunities. But such businesses, like our tech startups, will struggle to thrive if we keep losing so many of our most skilled young people to emigration. All right. So looking at all of this, she gave some data as regards over 15,000 Nigerians migrated to Canada in 2021, joining over 19,000. So if only these skilled Nigerians are in Nigeria and they are well taken care of, they are properly looked, their welfare is properly looked, after, we would have all of these skilled hands in the country doing great things for the country. So she's saying that they should focus on investing in infrastructure, invest in education, invest in basic health systems, pay all of the workers, pay the retirees their pensions and all of that. That should be the focus of the incoming governors elect. That should be what they should focus on. Okay, and so we're looking at it that what do you think of that particular one? I mean, one way or the other, they are going to be inheriting debts, so they may have to acquire more loans to clear off the debts. But how valid is this warning to these governors elect? How valid is this warning? That's the first focal point. The second one is the US visa ban. The Secretary of State to the U.S., Anthony Blinken, has come forward to say that they are going to ban some people whose actions, in one way or the other, was a problem for the Democrat or for the elections generally in the 2023 general elections. Excuse me. So the question is, with this U.S. visa ban, Fuad, said some things earlier, but I saw it that, he's like, okay, maybe this would help to put some people's thoughts in perspective. But then what about, why should the US be so involved in our affairs? So what are your thoughts? Do you think this will actually help with our electoral process? Do you think it will put people, or it will check people and ensure that everybody just acts appropriately as regards our democracy in this country? Should we rely so heavily on the US or on international sanctions before we can strengthen our democracy here in Nigeria? That is, those are the two focal points that we're going to be looking at. Okonjo's warning to governors-elect, saying that, they should, warning them against acquiring even more debts into their portfolio. And we're also looking at the US visa ban. How will this help with our electoral process? I'll take Fuhad's thoughts as regards these issues before we open up the phone line for you to share your thoughts. Fuad.
Yeah, again, a valid warning from Okonjo Iweala, really, because again we've said this thing several times. These debts are not sustainable. And if you notice, the debt management office has continued to warn us about the fact that a lot of the states are going to run into trouble because most of these debts will be deducted at all. So in some situations where at the end of the day, these governments are not even able to pay salaries. Fortunately, these debts also bring what we call white elephant projects. They initiate projects that have what you can call a direct impact on the life of the people. You see states that struggle to have good roads. The airport, bring money to build airports and all of those kinds of things. So the reality is, unfortunately, this incoming government will have to also borrow too. Because a lot of these states are not even solvent. They are not financially viable. You will find a situation where these incoming governors will have no choice. They have to also find a way to improve. And it's unfortunate. But with some level of discipline, hard work, good thinking, maybe some of them will be able to at least, just like what Kenya's president is doing. He kept saying that, look, I don't want to borrow. We have to look inwards, see what we can do to reduce this extent of borrowing. So I think these incoming governors, if they are sincere with their people, will have to also sit back and see how they refrain from this excessive borrowing that our governors are known to do. So it's important that they take this warning from, because these are people who understand how countries can run into trouble if they don't take their borrowing to a reasonable level. And that's why we are working at people saying this is not the problem. Look, the reality is that what is your revenue ratio, debt ratio? You need to look at that. Are those debts sustainable? And then what is on ground to justify that extent of borrowing? Those are the questions we should be asking ourselves. And then on the visa ban, I think it should be a life ban, no? Not some years.
All right, thank you very much, Fuad. Let's open up.
If they are banning people, they should ban them for life.
So okay, so you agree you agree that you don't think in one way or the other this is some sort of meddling on the part of the US. You don't think it's any sort of meddling. You think it's fine that they should actually do what they can to ensure that our people do what they should.
No. Maybe the US authorities know that the troublemakers when it comes to election are always desperate to come to the United States. The only way to deal with it is to ban them. We don't have the list yet. So maybe in their own analysis, they discovered that most of these troublemakers are always desperate to come to the United States. So the way to deal with them is to ban them. What I'm telling them is that they should make it a life ban.
All right. Thank you very much, Fuad. Let's open up the phone line now so we can get the thoughts of our listeners. 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call to be a part of the conversation. What are your thoughts as regards, the first focal point, which is the DG of the World Trade Organization, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, warning incoming state governors against acquisition of debt, just piling up the debts and just making it more even difficult to clear things off. What do you think as regards that? How valid is that warning? Okay, she also went further to add that state governors should invest in infrastructure, education, basic health, pay salaries of workers and all of that, and in one way or the other it will mitigate the brain drain that we're having in the country, and then we have more skilled hands in the country to help us develop our country. That's the first focal point. How valid do you think that warning is, warning governors elect against debt acquisition? The second focus is the US imposing visa bans on people that one way or the other disrupted the process of democracy in the 2023 general elections. What are your thoughts? Do you agree with Fuad that it should be a live ban? Or do you think that we don't need the US to be meddling into our affairs? We can, take care of our own democracy by ourselves. So what are your thoughts? 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. You have just 2 minutes. Please go straight to the point. Once it's 2 minutes, we give you warnings and then we move on to the next caller. And also we have for text messages and WhatsApp messages, you can send it to 0913-6000-430. That's for text and WhatsApp. You can also drop your comments on our live feed on Facebook and YouTube. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can drop your comments there live at Mainland 98.3 FM, and we'll read it out live on air. 2 minutes, straight to the point. Thank you. Keep it clean. Hello. Good morning.
Sandra, good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Mr. Peter.
Yeah, Fuad, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Peter.
Fuad, please, where is your wife from?
Pardon.
Where?
Your wife. Where did you marry from? Is it in Akwa or where?
I this regular I have. I have it as well.
Because Akwa is what is happening. Yeah. Here I am happy. That is a good complex. Sandra, we donate and we go there, I beg. Thank you. So, my congratulations to my sister. I'm proud to be an Akwa Ibomite.
Hey,
That's a good one for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I want to say, let me start from when you say, is USA meddling in our affairs? The answer is no. In fact, we say we copy democracy from them. In other words, they are supposed to be our headmasters or our invigilators. So if they have invigilated the nation as our model, and then they find out that now there were a lot of irregularities, people cause trouble, people rig the election, and this is the sanction we will give them. I think as our headmasters, they deserve the right to do that. Like my father has said, for me, it should be total and it should for life, including their children, their relations. And finally, please, I would like them to open up. Please let us know them. Not that like the 400 list of the people that they sponsor terrorism in Nigeria, up to today we have not known them. Please, don't put it in a sealed bucket. Open it. let us know their names so that we here can know that I mean we have people that are in that class. And finally, on God,
Mm.
you see, when we are talking to these governors that have already made up their minds on what to do, I don't think that they should be whether they advise them, will mean anything to them or will move them. I'm not sure. There's no advice that the base management organization has not given to them. But when they go there, they do their bidding. The thing I take them there, na money. They will chop the money. So, what's going to weather? You're on your own. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. I appreciate 0913-6000-410. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Madam Sage and my dear friend Wad.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Barrister Peter Oku. I'm calling from the Mainland. Yes. Yeah, how are you? On the two issues we are focusing on this morning, my take on the warning by Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, the WTO chairman or president. Yeah. You see, the issue is that I find that the warning very, very auspicious and necessary. But I think that she ought to have started with the federal government, not just state governors, because the state governors are imitating the federal government. When the Buhari administration came to power, our debt profile was 26 trillion, inherited from the outgone government, you know. But now it is in the region of 77 trillion. So if you say state governors are only imitating the federal government. So it should have started warning the federal government. Because for Buhari's 80 years, all he was able to achieve is to borrow for white elephant projects. Nothing benefiting the people. Hospitals, every education, everything is in comatose. So I don't think I want to stop at warning them. They must not be allowed to leave the country. Right from Buhari to local government children, they must account. EFCC should be involved in the handing over. You know, not in 5 or 10 years' time we start hearing that this one is missing from the other lady. What's her name? Minister of Alice Madeke.
Thank you, Barrister Peter.
Yes.
Hello? All right, please, let's stick within the 2 minutes stipulated for contributions. Would really appreciate that. All right, thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sandra. This is Obi calling from Ikeja.
Good morning, Obi.
I agree to Sandra. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Okonjo-Iweala, just a laugh. Governor. These people. Wow. Have they recovered what they spent in the election, first of all, before you talk about it? You start advising them. I must recover first now.
I will send them.
Nobody send them. For US, I think some people are making this. They say they want list. You don't need list. It's better they buy tickets, get into the American airport, they will return. No, I don't want them. We should not know them. So everybody is a suspect. You remember those that judged the Opus and the markets, those judges. They were on their way to America, getting to America, they were returned. So he said, when people ask you on arrival back home, you tell them that you went there, but you didn't want to stay. It's better. It's better because when they know, they will not travel. This one, getting to the American airport will be disgraced. This is better. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Obi. I appreciate it. Hello, good morning.
Sandra?
Good morning.
Yeah, you have to stop at one. I'm calling from Sango.
Okay.
On the first video of Besi or no Besi, I think we have to be fair to this government for the level of indebtedness.
Even though I disagree with their government in area of security 150%, he failed woefully in that sector. But telling me that the debt we have, we cannot say anything, please let us be objective. We have second Niger Bridge, we have Lagos Ibadan Express Road, we have Tucano jets for our Air Force men. We have so many other infrastructure that can be put in place that we can see to match the loan we have acquired. Please, they've not done well. Let us not be emotional in our criticism of any government. I'm not in support of Buhari. 2015 that he failed us, becoming nepotic and importing terrorists from other. So let us leave that aside. Let's be fair. Then on the issue of this list, I will support America 100% if they can start with those that are campaigning for interim government. Those that went to defense headquarters, starting with Obasanjo, Peter Obi, and Obedience, all the articulated, all the, who do I say, those people that are dancing on the street of Abuja, calling for the cancellation, Ayo Adebanjo inclusive, Bishop Onayekan inclusive.
It's okay, but you are creating your own list. Thank you. It's okay. It's all right. Thank you. It's all right.
Put the name of video. I say no, capital no.
It's all right.
Good morning.
Good morning to you too, Chief
You know why I
Akpagwa.
say it's good to see the list.
Thank you very much. I don't know why people are interested in the list. The point is people have been
No, so that we also know the yardstick that the US, yes.
In January this year, there was also a list that we never saw. I don't know if you remember.
No, this is the US. This is the US.
So from the US as well, last year's election, the Ekiti and the Oshun, the Oshun elections, there was also a report that there's visa ban. They never released the list as well. So
and that's why we're demanding for the list now, and to also know the yardstick.
Are you scared?
For charging people that you don't understand what I'm saying.
Are you scared?
We should know the yardstick for. I don't participate in it now. I'll just my innocent journalism.
Do you want to travel to America?
I mean, so let's see what
okay, you're interested in how they came about the names on the list. Let it not be as if some people that were innocent were okay. I get you now. I understand. Thank you very much. Hello.
Good morning, Sandra. Fuad, Mainland family.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. This is Sidney from Gimo.
All right.
Okay. You see, on the visa ban, the problem with those who are opposed to the inauguration of this president-elect is that they are fixated on Lagos. Oluoma, Agbero. Go to Albany, Saudi. There was voter suppression even in the Catholic churches all over the world, all over Nigeria, particularly in the southeast. There was voter suppression there. It is not only in Lagos. Now there are transport unions, logistics everywhere. So people are just fixated in Lagos, Oluoma, everything. That's the problem with this people that are supporting obedient people. Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Now everybody's mentioning it. They are creating lists too. What? I hope you are listening.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Moses from Sono.
Moses from
Yeah.
Solo.
For the American so-called list, even Britain, America, take a good look at yourself in the mirror. In 2 decades or thereabouts, you conducted massively flawed elections. The one that brought in George Bush, Joe Biden, the current president. And you think you have the moral stance to speak to any nation. For goodness sake, this is a sovereign nation. So please, we are no longer your colonial appendages. And also, it's you guys in the press that will even amplify their voices. When you make this topic of discussion, they have this threat, I think that, they are very important. Okay, this is not in the 80s or the 70s when you have to go to America. There are other places now that we even go there. A country where they've almost killed themselves because of their gun laws. So who wants to go there? So they should just stop pontificating. They are as dirty as anything. They plan coups in other countries. So you saw their stooge. And they are telling people morals, preaching morals. America, preaching morals. I'm sorry for them. As for Conde runners, sometimes what you know in Harvard or what you read in the class of Harvard does not happen on the street of Atiku there. Your economic indices, your WTO, based somewhere in America, does not apply somewhere in Bariga. So let him come down and understand what's going on after she's a Nigerian. So she's not just sit there forming one big girl Again, I say, America, you have no mouth to talk. January 6th last year or 2 years ago, you almost destroyed their turnout for something here democracy because one person didn't win, and yet they want to preach. In fact, we should also ban them from coming to Nigeria. The Nigerian nation. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. He said you should ban them.
Moses.
He said you should ban them from coming to Nigeria.
Yeah.
That's
You
interesting.
see, their own democracy was flawed too. You know. That's why I think we need to see their own.
It's questionable though. I mean, Donald Trump in recent times has not made things look pretty in America. But
What have they done to it?
and that's why we're having this conversation. I think it's important that we have this conversation, that if they have it, if they have a problem over there, do you think that they are meddling in our own affairs, or do you agree that maybe one way or the other there's some people that, if not for international sanctions, they won't do what is
They won't behave properly.
they won't behave properly, exactly? Or do you also agree that yes, sanction them, however, would like to know the people that you are sanctioning? Let's not be as if you are witch hunting some people,
And now you arrive at that.
all in
What
the
did
name
they
of
do?
sanction. Exactly, what exactly did they do? I mean, there's a video of a certain person that people have been having a conversation around. Would that person be on that list? I'm just asking. I didn't mention him, so. But thank you very much. This is Mainland 98.3 FM. You're listening to Mainland Focus. Time check right now is 4 minutes past 9. And we have two focal points on the front burner this morning. Okonjo-Iweala, the DG of the World Trade Organization, has warned incoming state governors against acquisition of debt. It's a very long read, actually. I can't read it all. She gave an extensive report on the debt profile domestically and externally, and she advised that the governors should invest more in infrastructure, education, basic health services, and pay salaries and retirees their pensions. And these things will help to reduce the brain drain that we're having, and they will have more skilled workers in Nigeria. However, they should stay clear of acquiring debts. All right, so how valid do you think of that warning? All right, and the second one is as regards we're looking at the U.S. imposing visa ban on people that disturbed, let me put it that way, yeah, on Nigerians who undermined the 2023 elections. And we're asking, do you think the U.S. is just meddling, or do you agree that so there are some individuals that if not for some international sanctions, they won't behave properly? Or do you agree with what that, well, you can impose visa ban, but I'd like to know who are the people that you are imposing these bans on, and what criteria did you use to arrive at the selection of the individuals that you're imposing the bans on? All right, 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. For text messages and WhatsApp messages is 0913-6000-430. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube. You can drop your comments there as well at Mainland 98.3 FM. I have on Facebook here Atinuke Oniguguru. Atinuke Oniguguru saying you are well done. Thank you very much, Atinuke. We appreciate your comment here on Facebook. All right. We also have some comments. We also have some messages on our WhatsApp. Would like to quickly run through. We have here, good morning, Mainland FM. Oh. Okay. This is Gabriel from Ogijo. It's a complete waste of time trying to push forward absolute illegality. No individual or institution can stop the forthcoming inauguration. It will amount to a dangerous breach of the Constitution. Okay, thank you very much, Gabriel Ogijo, although that's not really on the focus this morning. This is Jamiu from Lagos. Ms. Ngozi says what was wise, and it's a good advice. U.S. action against election threats is nothing to me. Please, those that did it in the past and put their money in the U.S., what did they do to them? Oh, that's a valid question. Thank you very much, Jamiu, from Lagos. All right. I also have here, good morning. I see the advice of Iweala as highly timely, but may the advice sink into the ears of the governors, and that is okay. Okay, from Idimo, sharing his own thoughts. Thank you very much, Mr. Okay. I also have good morning. Hi, Milan FM. Good morning, Sandra and Fuad. The greatest challenge and hostility undermining democracy in Nigeria is the political class. The same crop of politicians are responsible for the pervasive insecurity in their sponsorship of political thuggery, mutating into insurgency, banditry, etc. The ban by the US ought to be a live ban, as Fuada said, with UK, France, Germany issuing similar bans. Many of the governors-elect are certainly already setting their minds on huge borrowing, possibly without commensurate plans to liquidate them. So will they heed Okonjo's advice? I doubt. Great analysis for hard as always. Thanks, Sandra, and that is Leke from Alimosho, sharing his own thoughts. I also have here, U.S. government to ban some Nigerians. Must they tell us they should go ahead to deny them visa, or don't they know them when one of them is warming up to be sworn in? Why this hypocrisy from America, where almost all the stolen funds from Nigeria is domiciled there? Chika Bende from Trade Fair in Lagos, sharing his own thoughts. Thank you very much, Chika Bende. I also have here, good morning, my fellow Nigerians in Mainland FM. My name is Pastor Sunday from Magboro. It is a good warning and a good advice from DG of the WTO to the incoming governors. I will advise these governors to strongly hit the World Trade DG, because she has already seen the future from the beginning, that it's not going to augur well with the states and Nigeria as a whole. On visa ban to unnamed Nigerians, I will say that it's just a threat. If America is serious, they should be bold enough to release the list to public consumption. Else it will be like PMB list on Boko Haram sponsors, which never saw the light of day. The question I want to ask is America the only country in the world that Nigerians can travel to? This threat to my Nigerian politicians to them is a joke. America should stop the inauguration, then I'll take them serious. I pray for a better country. Pastor Sunday from Magburu. Pastor Sunday from Magburu. Pastor and Sunday from Magburu. That's all I have to say. I will not say anything further than that. 091360410. That's the number to call to share your thoughts. You have just 2 minutes. Please go straight to the point. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Ufoma.
Hello.
Ufoma.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, morning.
Okay, good morning. Okay.
Morning. Morning to your Mr. Fuad here. You know, yes. Follow the Ngozi Okwala comment. Number one, you also first of all condemn the election held in February. Nothing to write about it. How I wish that the incoming governor will follow their Nigeria government that they did not have vision to create, they have vision to borrow. If we can learn from the Kenyan president who said that he did not want to borrow, Nigeria will be a better place to live. Let's even do away with this borrowing. You know, one of the caller earlier said that in this regime, they started with borrowing, and they also ending with borrowing. With all their borrowing. He did not bring anything to the table at all, rather than bringing suffering and smiling. I pray that the Lord will give us a governor that will take us out of borrowing in Jesus' name. The second one, I will support your colleague. All those people the US want to, they should ban them. They should, even though it's not only USA, most of the Europe, England, Germany, France, Italy, the center of the Europe that most of these governors run to, all these countries, they should just come together and put ban all the evil leaders we have in Israel. Maybe their common sense will come back to reality again. One day, we will get it right.
Thank you very much, Ufoma. I appreciate you sharing your thoughts. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Lady Sandra.
Good morning, Prince Wise.
Good morning, Prince Wise. And God be love for you. I'm blessed for management.
Amen.
Amen.
Prince Wise, we can't hear you.
Yeah. You can hear me now?
It's better now.
If America say Nigeria politicians do not come to America, nothing bad at all. And what have we go to America to do?
We have our own country now. I'm telling you, if
Right.
America
If you are not interested, people are interested.
oh no, in America, I don't think to get pounded in America very difficult now. So as to go to America to be eating all those this thing. In Nigeria, it's okay. Let's rebuild our country and let's live better in this country. If America can say you won't come to America, is it not they slap our politicians? They do so superior, they take us as a slave. If somebody can give a warning, won't come to back. What is expected in America? What I'm talking about? Our Nigerian politicians will be behave normal. It will not only the politicians. We, the commoner, all Nigeria. What we need in this country today is attitudinal change. We have a lot of problems. We always talk about politicians who are a tiny figure. What of civil servants? What of artisans? What of the traders? We have a lot of problems. Could you believe a day we are talking of corruption and corruption is not good, not this. A local government officer wanted to buy a stabilizer. He bought it at a rate of 32,000 naira. Where they want to write it for him, he said, please, let me put 47,000 naira. I said, what? Here you are talking of corruption now. What are you doing like this? Let us join, let me make my own salary. Look at Nigeria for you.
Right.
We Nigeria,
Thank you,
we have
Prince
to
West.
change our attitude for better, from bad to good. Good morning to you, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All Nigerians should change their attitude from better to
Good to
from good to
from
better.
bad to good, then good to better.
Thank you. I have to put that out there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Olakunle is here.
All right.
Well, I've been smiling and laughing over Conjo Wearer's complaints about debt and watching it.
Mm-hmm.
We all understand that there's no country that grows without debt. Debt is leverage. We're not talking about Kunle Kayode and Company or Kunle Kayode Trading Company. Good luck to them. The people